Hey, I'm Scott. I think about D&D out loud, and I'm just talking my way through a setting by going through the player's handbook one bit at a time and deciding how I'd implement it. Play along at home, I guess. So half-elves today. Half-elves are, I don't know, run them out of the book. Like, just the book is vague enough. I think that it plays just fine. I can't think of anything to add to half-elves, except one thing, which is that you should totally, or I'm totally gonna steal something from a webcomic from 15 years ago, I don't know, called Errant Story. I think it's still up. I never finished reading it because the 3 day a week, the 3 pages a week is a lousy way to do an ongoing narrative. I think that's why webcomics collapsed in, around that time. And by webcomics collapsing, I mean I stopped reading them, and therefore the whole industry must have fallen apart, right? That's the only way. That's how we live the world. But no, so Errant Story is it's a fantasy epic saga thing with some funny bits, and the thing about half-elves in that is that there was a fad for elves taking human lovers so that they could have this Mayfly December romance thing and then spend a century moping over that human they made out with sometimes. And I like that. I like the idea that, elves as these creatures who must mope over everything, picking human lovers so they can mope about how their lovers are dead. And you can even lean into that a little harder, because if elves are fae, maybe add some changelingness to half-elves. And not like Changeling the Lost, where it's this horrible abduction metaphor, and it's the only genuinely frightening and disturbing White Wolf product, but just this idea that half-elves are maybe off or out there, no matter what context they're in, right? Like, yeah, no, I like that, because I think half-elves tend to get played, well, like Spock a lot of the time, where they're stuck between these two worlds, and I don't think that's right. I think there's just something odd about them, no matter where they are. Like, even a half-elf among gnomes is going to feel like, man, he's not gnomey enough, is he? Yeah, no, that's weird. And I think the book talks about them as playing the role of ambassador, and in a situation where we have elves still claiming sovereignty over their old territory 1,000 years later, playing the idea of half-elves as the designated go-between, even though they can't be, is kind of fun. And having them even extend that out where, well, they don't fit in anywhere, which makes them the ones that can pass good as ambassadors, even if you're brokering a peace between bugbears and gnolls, because they've just sat down around them and absorbed enough to get through that, is interesting. Yeah, no, that I'm liking this more and more now. That's where I'm going with half-elves. Next time? Next time.